Do you struggle with bad audio when you're creating your videos? For example, you might be getting muffled distant noises or room echo, or even when you're recording outside, you're getting quite a lot of wind noise. Well, this little guy, the Dji Mic Mini, could be just what you're looking for. I'm Ali, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking all things Dji Mic Mini. Let's get into the video. The Mic Mini pairs perfectly with a range of DJI products. For example, it will instantly connect to the Osmo Action 4, the Osmo Action 5 Pro, and the Pocket 3. And it all works because of the DJI Osmo Audio connection and that ecosystem, which just allows for an instant connection between all those products. Later on in the video, as you'll see, we're going to be testing this guy in a range of real-world scenarios. I'm going to be taking it to a local park in London, and we're going to be testing for noise cancellation capabilities, line of sight, and the range capabilities of the Dji Mic Mini. The Mic Mini is undeniably a fantastic deal. Here in the UK, you can pick it up for starting at £49, going all the way up to £164. With that combo, you get two mics, one receiver, and obviously a charging case that pairs everything seamlessly. I went for the £79 deal, which allows me to have a receiver, which I can plug into any camera, as well as the DJI mic, and a carry pouch and a USB-C adapter, which allows you to put the receiver into, say, your phone or something like that. And you can also, through the receiver and the Mimo app, you can change the settings on the go quite easily. The DJI mic comes in two lovely colors, this black color and then the Arctic white color. Obviously, that's useful when you're, say, just wearing a white t-shirt and you don't want to have the mic on so visible as you're walking around, say, talking to your camera. And then, for example, a black, which is probably the most common color of mics now these days, you can clip it on and it is, again, disguised. Very, very small, fits into most outfits. You can use the Mic Mini to operate in mono. You can have mono with a soundtrack, and you can record in stereo. This just allows you to be a little bit more flexible with your filming needs. In mono mode, you can replicate audio across both channels. With mono with a safety track allows you to get a lower level track on one of your channels. And for stereo, well, you can use this in, say, an interview setup. So you can have two separate channels, one recording left and one recording right, allowing you to edit either side or whichever audio you may need. All three modes allow creators to really customize their audio workflows. So for stereo, you can capture, say, two people, one on the left channel, one on the right channel. And for the mono plus a safety recording, you can ensure that one of your recordings is slightly lower than the other, just in case you get some peaking during a session. So let's have a quick look at what comes in the box. Obviously, I got the £79 bundle. So first up, we have the DJI Mic Mini itself, very, very small. So you can see that there. Let's see if it'll focus. Probably not. Okay, there we go. Got a bit of focus. Nice and small there. Lovely bit of branding on the front. And obviously it's got the clip on the back as well. So that's a magnet. So that'll attach between your shirt and the mic and just hold it in place. And then obviously the receiver to plug into a computer or any camera that has a mic port. And you can also plug this into your phone that allows you to control the settings and then use the Mic Mini for audio when you're recording with your phone. Very, very useful. And you do that by having using this little USB-C adapter. That's not gonna show, but yeah, a little adapter there. Plug it into the receiver and then into your USB-C port on your phone. Obviously, the mic cable as well that goes into the receiver and then into your mic port, into the camera, and then various sort of charging cables, USB 3 to USB-C, sort of dual cable there, a dual split USB-C cable. And then this cool little thing, the DJI Mic Mini pouch. Not particularly big, but it fits all the accessories and the mic in absolutely fine. You can just slip it into your bag of choice. So yeah, nice simple package, but fits very, very well. Oh, sorry, editing alley here. I forgot to mention a few things that come in the pouch with the Dji Mic Mini, and that is obviously the charging port itself, or the block here, and then you've got a choice of 2 muffs or 2 wind blockers here, which you just pop on to the top of the Dji Mic Mini, and that just helps you block out any wind if you're outside. So back to the video. One of the best features, undeniably, is the noise cancellation of the Dji Mic Mini. It has 2 modes, basic and strong. I don't think it requires too much of an explanation of the difference between the two, but basic just eliminates a little bit of that background noise in slightly noisy environments. However, strong will put more emphasis on blocking out those noisy environments. For example, if you're in a noisy public place or a noisy cityscape, for example, it will just eliminate a little bit more background noise. But that's enough talking about it. Let's take the Mic Mini out to the park down the road to see some real life examples. Okay, hello. Right, on to this part. We are in a park in central London. Obviously I've got the Dji Mic Mini on here. I'm using the magnet through the shirt. And yeah, we are going to test out the noise cancellation capabilities and just general. It's a pretty windy day, so you'll be able to get a good feel how the noise cancellation works, how the wind blockers work, and stuff like that. As we're in central London, you're probably going to hear quite a lot of noise. So you've got airplanes above, we've got wind in the air, we've got a main road just to my left. So there's plenty of noise going on, as you can imagine, being in central London. We're in Kennington Park, so it's a nice park, relatively small park, and we're just walking some loops. But yeah, it's a really good location for us to be testing some noise cancellation in these Dji Mic Minis. So yeah, we're going to be looking at line of sight, see how far these Dji Mic Minis can go without any interference. And yeah, mainly looking at noise cancellation, how clear they are, and anything else that props up. This bag was not a good decision today. It keeps slipping off my shoulder, and I don't want it across my body because it is going to interfere with the mic. So, okay, let's test basic noise cancellation in the Dji Mic Mini. So, plane is flying overhead, trees are blowing in the wind, well, a little bit of wind, not too much, just a breeze. Busy road to my right, and then just general city ambience. Nothing switched on at the moment, but I'm going to switch it on in 3, 2, 1. So this is basic noise cancellation switched on. So cars are going past, again that plane is flying over, exactly the same. Breeze, a gentle breeze in the air. Yeah, general city ambience. Has it blocked out any of this noise? Is the basic noise cancellation working well? I'm going to switch it back into a mode without any noise cancellation now. 3, 2, 1. Noise cancellation is switched off. Did you notice a difference between them switched on and off? Okay, so I've switched over to high noise cancellation setting now. Exactly the same location, busy road to my right, birds chirping around in the trees, planes flying overhead. Oh, there you go. And now I'm going to switch on strong noise cancellation. Okay, so that is switched on. Hopefully you can tell a difference between the basic setting, planes literally coming over my head, traffic to my right, birds are going crazy in the morning. How does it sound? Let's do a bit of silence, a few seconds silence. Yeah, strong noise cancellation on the Dji Mic Mini. Okay, for this one, I want to test sort of the range of the Mic Mini and also like the line of sight, because obviously I don't want any interference between this and the receiver, whether that be the Action 5 Pro or if it's connected to a camera. So I'm going to walk backwards, probably about 12 meters at the moment. My back's to the camera. Can you still hear me? Is the interference there? Just wandering with my back to the camera. Line of sight still okay. I will go behind some trees soon and see if that is blocking the signal, but I think we are still good. So, back is still to the camera. I'm under the trees, you might not be able to see me, I'm only on my Action 5 Pro. So I'm going to go behind this tree here, this big one. See if it blocks the signal. My back is still, and I'm probably about 30-40 meters away now from the camera. I'm going to go behind this tree, a little bit further away, 5 more meters or so. Is line of sight still okay? Is the signal dropping in and out? I don't know, because of my camera. And let's go a little bit more, a couple of trees in the way, this smaller tree. Now, I know the advertised line of sight, well, connection is much further than that, but I've got big tree trunks in. Okay, coming back to the camera now, but let's see if the signal has stayed strong. See you in a bit. Okay, that is the noise cancellation test over with. Really great examples actually. I had planes flying over, cars, busy roads, birds chirping first thing in the morning. So yeah, I think it would have given the noise cancellation a very, very good test. Hope you found that useful, and back to me inside. Cheers. Okay, great. I hope you found those tests useful. I was pleasantly surprised with the noise cancellation when I re-listened to the audio tracks. I mean, there's an obvious difference between basic and strong. I mean, I know I was in a public park and it was relatively early in the morning, but I kid you not, the planes were literally flying over my head. I was next to the Kennington High Street or Road, and it's quite noisy. We had sirens, we had birds chirping. So it really did give some good examples of how noise cancellation in the Dji Mic Minis can really work. In the line of sight test, I'd imagine you would have heard, as I got further away and nestled in between the trees and the big tree trunks started blocking my line of sight, the mics cut out, which was, I kind of was looking for them to do that. So it does show that you need to have a pretty clear line of sight to the receiver when you've got this hooked up to, say, your Osmo Action 5 Pro, which I did, or another camera. And even when I was probably about 20 meters away, I did hear a little bit of a signal dropout as I had my back to the camera. So, I mean, that's not great for them, but let's be honest, it's not often when you're on camera, talking to a camera, you're going to have your back to the camera. So let's not worry too much about that. And for the range, I didn't really test it to its full capabilities there. I'll be honest, I would have probably had to go out of the boundaries of the park to test it to get a good range test, but I was probably about 50 meters away, 50, 60 meters away. And when I had my body facing the camera and not being blocked by any trees, the signal worked perfectly. And there was no dropouts whatsoever. So that is a major, major plus. And let's be honest, when is it that you're going to be, say, 100 meters away from a camera, 200 meters away from a camera? I think the maximum distance you can be is advertised as 400 meters or something for the Dji Mic Mini. And we have battery power of 14 hours. So, you know, you've not got to worry about these mics running out of battery. And let's be honest, you haven't got to worry about signal dropouts if you're a little bit too far away from your camera. Okay, there you have it, the Dji Mic Mini. A fantastic, versatile, compact and super powerful little microphone by DJI. And at £49, it's certainly hard to give this one a miss because you're getting so much value here. You know, great noise cancellation, great portability, great range, and functionality wise, it can work with cameras, it can work with your phones and even your computers. So yeah, all in all, a great little package. So you can share your experiences with the Dji Mic Mini in the comments below. And if you're looking for a video for the best accessories, the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, then I have just what you're looking for right here. Thank you, and see you in the next one.